Hello, everyone. Just Love, Just Light here, podcast number 8. This is so crazy. I remember when this was just a thought that I had, while I was hanging out in bed one night, and here we are, 8 episodes in. So thank you to anyone who's been listening and finding any guidance or positivity from this. That means a lot. To anyone that shared gratitude as well. And even if you like to hear my voice, I appreciate you for listening, I guess. But yeah, thank you for being part of this little space with me. I really, really appreciate that. And I notice that I'm reaching more people, and that's really, really exciting. And just, I'm in a state of gratitude right now. I'm a bit blissed out. I just did some yoga, meditated, and now enjoying my cup of coffee. So yeah, just blessings all around. But I kind of wanted to talk about springtime, the beginning of some of the best, one of my favorite times of year, I guess I should say, but a really good time to grow and set new intentions and things like that. So I kind of wanted to build on this a little bit, and we'll see where this goes. I also want to share some really cool stories with you that I am just still kind of in awe of. But anyway, so spring, this is a time for new chapters, you guys, new beginnings, reconnecting, things like that. So just, first of all, get excited about that. I do know that Mercury retrograde is over tomorrow, right? Like I said, I don't know, I felt a big shift with this one in a lot of really good ways, but that's about to be over. So, if it's been a tough time for you, if you've been hurt by others or you've hurt others, just, really sit and reflect and really understand that you're loved ultimately and you're right where you need to be right now, and that when the time is right, you can make full-on peace with everything. And so just be patient with yourself. But anyways, and we're transitioning into a really good vibration, so don't even worry, you're okay, you made it through the toughest part. So yeah, but with spring, it's time to set new intentions, right, for the spring and summer even. But I set some intentions, which is always, I like to do every season. But for the spring equinox, I set a couple of personal, spiritual goals of mine, things that are just going to help me stay committed to my practice and in a good cycle, right? And another one was a little bit more career type intention. And yeah, so those are two of the main ones, but I did a couple other little ones and set little goals here and there. But yeah, so it's a great time to do that right now. It's not too late. Don't even worry about it has to be on a certain day or anything. Just start whenever you want to set an intention. Go ahead and do it. That's the freedom, your birthright to do that. So, but and then the next thing is, after you set your intentions, I was gonna say, release the hows. I wrote a blog yesterday, which you should check it out. You don't have to, but I definitely expand a little bit more. And it was really special for me to talk about, because this is something that I think in my own life has been the biggest game changer for me in creating my life and allowing life to happen. So it's just removing the hows, how we let go of the how in life. When we set intentions, we kind of get caught up in those and stress about, well, how am I going to get that job, or how am I going to meet that person, or whatever it is, or how am I going to get to that place. But at the end of the day, when you ask how, you're setting up kind of a negative energy, right? Because you're questioning the universe, which in essence is yourself. And when you keep asking how, you create more resistance, because you're questioning, and that's not a that's not a good vibration to be in, because the universe will react to that as well. So then you start getting things that just make you question your dreams even more, right? And you see it show up, in your actions. And this is from personal experience as well, you get to a place where you start comparing your story to others. You start just judging yourself and having negative self-talk, and that's just not what you want. It's so much better to be you know what, I know the universe knows what my intention is, I know it knows what my dream is, and I know it's coming. And you just go about life being as happy as you can each day, committing to the things that make you happy, doing something for yourself. And believe it or not, you guys, that is just truly, I feel, the quickest way to getting not only relief in your life, but to bring peace in. And you'll find just that momentum also builds a lot of positivity within you. So you're able to let things go a little bit more. And when things don't go the easiest, you're kind of well, that's okay. I'm right where I'm supposed to be anyway. And it's going to happen. So this is just a little detour. It's to teach me something or whatever. So yeah. But check that blog out if you haven't. I posted that yesterday, but it might expand a little bit more on that for you if you need it. So check it out. But, and then another thing, I think the biggest thing, and I think anyone out there that is working on, kind of understanding what it is that we are doing here, can relate to the fact that self-love is probably the biggest thing in expanding ourselves entirely. I think, we are it. So we're here, and we're in these bodies in this lifetime, and it's so important to give ourselves the love that we give to others. This doesn't mean, and I think, selfishness, right? It has a negative connotation to it. But at the end of the day, being selfish is important, because selfish for the right reasons, I should say. But if you aren't grounded and happy and loving life and joyful, you can't help the world the way that you truly are capable of, fully. And, you can give bits, but, it's not going to be the same as if you just come in completely loving and grateful of life and happy and joyful and peaceful. You can't beat that, that's the quickest way to change our world, because people see that and it radiates so quickly. And I know many of you out there have met probably someone who is just when you were with them, they radiated this energy that just made you feel good. We've all come across people like that, and they're just happy about life, and they're not complaining, and they glow. And then it makes us want to be a better person, right? We're what are they doing that I'm not, kind of thing. And I think that's truly how we get that good energy going and spread out there. So, but we have to love ourselves, right, to be able to do that. And I think the biggest thing for me is I do a lot of self-love activities with myself. I'm not gonna lie, way more than I ever used to. But I'll take myself out to lunch, and if you maybe don't have the funds for lunch, take yourself out for a coffee, or take yourself out for a little drive. Make that effort, and don't question it so much. Just go do it, and I promise you're gonna feel better. Paint your nails, which is what I did yesterday. Read a book. Just take a few minutes for yourself every day. That's gonna be huge. And more than anything, do something you want to do today. So for me, it's doing yoga, it's staying with my practice, but it's reading a book. Yesterday I took myself out for some delicious Thai food. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have been just super eating clean, and I was listen, it's gorgeous out, I'm gonna go get some yellow curry with tofu, and it was a dream. So I enjoyed that immensely with myself. And I also, the other day, I rearranged my apartment. That was something I did for myself, because I was you know what, I have a new vision. So I decided to give myself the gift of creating that vision. So self-love exists in so many different forms, you guys. Listening to your favorite artists, whatever it is. But yeah, so self-love, releasing the house, and setting, some really good intentions, and just feeling it when you're setting those intentions. Really feel what that's going to feel like once it's in your life, and realize that when you have that ability to feel that now, that just means you're whole and complete, right? That means you can feel it now, and you should feel it every day. And the more you feel it, it's right before your eyes before you know it. So I know I go off on tangents as well, you guys, and I talk very out there sometimes, but truthfully, this is just what I believe, and I think this is truly just what I've lived through and what I've seen in my own life, and on my own spiritual path. And I don't want to keep that in, I really want to share that with the world. And I think life's a lot easier than we've been led on. And at the end of the day, we truly are. We are a universe, each and every one of us, and we are all connected, and we are all one universe. So we have so much creative energy and creative power. And I use power lightly, but because I don't like that negative, I don't know, it seems like a bad thing, but we do we have so much power over our lives in really good ways, I should say. I should use that in an uplifting way, but yeah, we have so much power, and we can use it for so many great things in this life to make this world a better, happier place to be in, which it already is. Like, that's another thing, is just really staying focused on everything wonderful we have. Having gratitude is just so important, because the more gratitude we have, the more of what energy we radiate, the more we create in the world, and the more we receive. So I just feel like I love to talk about that, right? About taking control of our energy, because our energy it's everything. It sets up everything for us. It's the way that we go into just relationships with others and into our daily lives. So yeah, but so gratitude, being in a state of gratitude is huge. But yeah, so I hope that helped, and I hope that helps you get started with your spring. I did want to share some stories though, because I was, this story is just like pretty wild, one concerning energy. So if you know me, I absolutely love me some Abraham Hicks. Give me one sec here. I just spilled coffee all over myself. Wouldn't be me if I did not. But I love Abraham Hicks. So I love listening to Abraham Hicks. She's really just helped me kind of understand energy more than anything. And yeah, the idea of just feeling loved and feeling all the things that you think you want to feel, and just feeling that, because you can, because you're human and you're endless and you're creative. Anyways, so I love Abraham Hicks, but she was on this podcast, or not podcast, this little talk she had. She was saying how sometimes it's okay to test the universe. She's like, sometimes you're kind of questioning and you're getting caught in that mind frame. She's like, ask the universe for a sign. Be like, can you please soon let me know that I'm on the right path, or can you just show me a miracle or whatever. So this is I think this story is wild. Think what you want. But so the other day I was here in my apartment, and I just finished up yesterday a book. So I've been looking for another book to read. I'm in the middle of 3 books, but I was looking at this old book, the first probably spiritual book I've ever read, as far as like my own journey goes. And a couple years ago, I picked up The Universe Has Your Back by Gabrielle Bernstein. And this book changed my life. This is the book that I think set that bar really high for me, and then it kind of led me to all of my other spiritual teachers and led me down my path. So I have a lot of gratitude for this book. But I was kind of looking at it on the shelf, and I was like, I need to read that soon. So, fast forward a few days, me and my mom, I'm visiting my hometown, and me and my mom went to a thrift store, as we do, the segundas we call them, but we go, and my mom is so funny because she always, like, there's certain ones that they're not my favorite, and so I always am, like, in resistance. And she's funny because she senses stuff like that, and she's like, Steph, she's like, no, I think this one's gonna be a good one, we need to go in here. And it's this one that I don't really like, so it was just because it gets really cold in there, and I'm like, I hate being cold. I know, human complaint. But so then so we go in this store, and my mom is looking at stuff, and I go over to the books. I always go to the books, and I'm, like, kind of scanning the shelves. For some reason, I was looking for an Abraham Hicks book. Like, I was setting this intention within. And so, no Abraham Hicks. And I was like, but for some reason, it sparked that idea in me of, like, test the universe, like, ask the universe or something kind of out, just crazy. So I'm like, okay, miracle, or okay, universe, show me a miracle within 30 seconds. And I'm still looking at the bookshelves, this big one, and I look over, and my eyes, literally within 15 seconds, I see The Universe Has Your Back, Gabrielle Bernstein. This book I paid $30 for. It's $25, and I bought it on Amazon. It's about $30. This book at the thrift store, brand new, just like mine. $1.29 is what I paid for it. My mom, I instantly ran to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I gotta tell you the story, because I love my mother, and so we were both just like, what the fuck, and I was telling her why I did it, and it was just the craziest thing, because, like, it just signaled to me that I not only need to read the book again, which I'm starting again today, but my mom, I gave it to her to read, and I was like, this is gonna be the book that I just pass around to everyone that I love and know, because I just think it's a beautiful text, and it really, it's just eye-opening, and it's really cool. So anyways, that was just wild, because I've never in my life found a Gabrielle Bernstein book at a, secondhand store. It's harder to find that stuff, and it was weird. I don't know. It was really, really weird, and I'm just grateful. But anyways, so there you go. And then, so that was an insane story. What else? I had some stories. I don't know. Yesterday, it is my dream to help, marine life and oceanic creatures. And yesterday I was at Golden Gardens reading my book, and I saw a seal washed up on shore. Unfortunately, I will say that the lovely baby did not make it. But I was able to get a hold of somebody to come get it, which was really nice. I know, because at first it was kind of people were looking at it and stuff, and no one was really saying anything. And I know, which is totally no judgments, but I just felt terrible that this poor creature, I wasn't sure if it was alive or dead. And I know I've read that you're not supposed to touch the animal, and just kind of call someone. That's like the first thing you should do. Get someone to look at it. So I was able to call the hotline, which then they guided me to the marine life. I'm not sure what they're called. I don't want to call them rescue, but organization that came to look at the seal, and he was gone. So that's okay. But it was really amazing. Like, I've never experienced anything like that. And I know that the sentient being, I could just feel the energy, and I don't know, it made me realize that I'm on that path as well, and that's what's coming. And so anyways, this is what happens when you're out reading a book and collecting trash on the shore. It's amazing how these things can work. But anyways, and yeah, and then I also got my business cards the other day. For Just Love, Just Light. So I'm really excited about that. Little manifestations coming to life, and kind of just reminding me that I am on my path. So that's one thing I always want you all to be aware of. When you see, sometimes we think the end result is it, and we forget all the little fun signals that we're getting all the time on our way to it, kind of telling us like it's on its way and you're good, and the biggest thing is learning to be happy with the present moment. Not needing these things to make you happy. These things are just going to be radiated towards you through the energy you radiate. So, also, I live in the city, so I apologize for all these great city sounds this morning. my apartment's like a little forest, and then it's like a city. It's interesting. But this is what I'm saying. You can build your dream home anywhere. So I hope you're all doing well, and I hope that helps, and I hope you do something like that and question the universe today, and just know that is within you, like that really is, that call is also your answer, and we're all in this together. The conversations you have today, really think about those, and think about what it is that you're talking about with others, and realize that it really is all meant to be, the good and the bad. It's life. It is life unfolding at all times, and the more that we can get up each morning and set and have gratitude first thing, and just kind of count all the positive, beautiful things in our life, the more that we can generate really great energy. And I hope that with this spring season, that it continues to be wonderful and amazing and bright. I know today is going to be sunny, I believe, here in Seattle, or it looks like it. So I'm definitely going to go to the beach again, and probably read a book and just spend some time with myself. Probably pack some snacks, and then I'm seeing a bunch of my friends this weekend, which is going to be really great, and my father tomorrow, which will be cool. I think we're going to go golf. So just, go ahead and just be happy and allow the events of your life to unfold. And I promise you guys, you are loved and protected, and so wrapped in this energy of peace and joy that it's okay to surrender to that. It really is okay to let go and allow yourself to receive that. And have a great week and enjoy this beginning of spring, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Love and light.